Right. Hello, Dream Teamers. My name is Courtney Suggs, and I am the Kids Coast leader here at our Johns Island campus. I am going to take a couple of minutes to review with you our Planning Center Services app and website that all of Seacoast uses for our Dream Team scheduling. If you are a new Dream Teamer, this will show you how to get started with Planning Center and how to use it regularly. And if you are a seasoned Dream Teamer and you've been with us for a while, this may serve as a good refresher for you on how to best utilize our planning services website or app. So I am sharing with you my home screen right now for Planning Center. So if you have never used Planning Center before and you begin serving, you will receive an email from one of us. If it's Kids Coast, it'll be from me. If it's another ministry, it'll probably come from Val. And it will just be an invitation for you to join. So you'll be able to click that link. It'll have you set up a username and password. And then you will be able to go in and get set up in here. We use this for all of our ministries across Seacoast. So if you serve in any capacity for the church at any campus, everyone will be utilizing this for scheduling, for information, for all kinds of things. So I am going to start over here just with the login information. So over here you can see my initial CS. This shows my profile. You can also look at your login settings. This gives you an opportunity to go in and make changes to your login. But once you've created that login and you're in here, you will have a profile, and this is what it looks like. So here you will see I have an administrator setting. So a lot of what you're going to see in here probably looks a little bit different to what your screen will look like, just because I have different permissions. But you will have a name, your email, and phone number should be here. If you have not already given us an email and a phone number and you have Planning Center already, I would love if you would go in and update that. This is a great way for us on Sunday morning to get in touch with you quickly if we need to. It's nice just to have your contact information here. You should have an email because you have to have an email logged just to use Planning Center, but a phone number is always an extra benefit. You can add a picture here. If you want to have a photo attached to your name, if you want to make changes to your name, if you've been in here for 10 years and now you've gotten married and you're ready to change that last name, you can go in here where it says actions and you can edit your profile. So this will also kind of serve as a great landing screen for you to see what you are set up with. So when you get set up in here, an administrator like myself will go in and add you to a specific team. So if you scroll down to your teams section here, you will be able to see what you're on. This should show you what dream teams you're a part of. Mine look a little funky, so kind of ignore those, but you should see Kids Coast, or if you serve as a greeter, you'll be on the greeting team. So it will show you what teams you're on here. And then up here, we'll give you an opportunity to select preferences. So I'm in here as schedule me as often as you want. This is your default setting. When you sign up, it will let an administrator know that you're really flexible to being scheduled whenever. You can always edit this. And if you do that, you can go in here and change how many times you're willing to serve a month. It also has me connected to my husband, so you may have yours connected to your significant other or family members too, and you can change their preferences. Some people go in and want to serve on the same day as their significant other so that you guys are serving together, so you can certainly do that. And then just make sure you select done after changing those preferences. So from here, if you scroll down, you will see there's some dates that you may be scheduled to serve. It'll show upcoming. You can also go back and look through some past. If you're trying to remember when you've served, you can go back and select past times and it'll show you that as well. And this will just kind of be a good dashboard of what's coming up for you. So here for me, you can see I have a block out, and I just put this in for the sake of us talking through it for August 21st, and I'll show you how to do blockouts. This says I'm out of town, so this will automatically let someone know when they go to schedule me that I am unavailable. And that is super, super helpful for any team that you serve on. If you know you're going to be unavailable, out of town, or have an event, to go ahead and block out dates as quick as you can, because we like to schedule in advance when we're able to, and this just helps us not have to make last minute changes. So go in and make those block out dates, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Additionally, it'll show anything that is coming up that you've been scheduled for. So here I've got myself scheduled here for Kids Coast on Sunday and the following Sunday. You can see I've put myself in at check-in, so it'll tell you where you're at, and there will be a color associated with it. So the yellow question mark means unconfirmed, pending. So if you see that, that means there is action needed on your part for you to go in and confirm it or decline it. We kind of laugh at Seacoast. We don't like to see yellow. We want to see green and red. We want to know if you're in or you're out, and that helps us a lot. So if you see yellow on your screen, that means we are waiting on an action from you. And then down here, you'll see another block out I've put in. And then down here on September 16th, I am going to be serving at the Chosen Women's Conference. So you can see that I have accepted this and confirmed. So I am good to go. So whoever is managing that knows that I am going to be there. I have confirmed. So that is just a really good way for you to kind of look a month ahead and see where you're at. So use this, anytime, this screen. If you scroll back up and click on communication here, you will be able to see any messages that have gone back and forth. So let's say you've received some emails through Planning Center asking you to serve, or maybe you have sent some emails. You can go back and double check, like, oh, I think I sent Courtney an email letting her know I wasn't available. Let me make sure I actually sent that. You can go back and look and see any communications that were sent. And you can also send a message through here too by clicking new, and it will give you an opportunity to decide who you want to send that message to. I think it defaults to your team leader. So let's say you are on one of Val's teams, it should default to her email, and then you can change the subject if you want, and you can put in your own custom message here. You can also email us just through our work email accounts as well. But sometimes this is easy. If you're in here and you're looking and you just have a thought, you can shoot us an email that way. So some helpful ways to use this dashboard. Also, if you go in, see what details shows us here. This will just show you what campus you're connected to. So let's say you've possibly been attending at multiple campuses and you are now, pretty set just coming to the James Johns campus. You can have myself or Val or any staff member go in and fix this and take you off of, if you had been attending Mount Pleasant previously and you've moved campuses, you can go in and have one of us go in and just make sure you're connected to the right campus. You can see here I'm at Johns Island campus. And then there's like a notes in here. So I also used to serve in the student ministry dream team. So that's why you see that on mine. But let's say you serve in multiple capacities, you might have some notes in here. And this is more to be used by us administratively. So that is kind of your landing page, just some different things that are helpful for you. I don't know if you guys have this tab. If you do, it might just show you what templates you're in. And I'm not sure if this is exactly how other teams are doing it, but for Kids Coast, we have a Team A and a Team B. And so when I schedule you, typically you'll be on an every other weekend schedule and you'll either be Team A or Team B. So if you click on templates, mine looks a little bit different, but you may see that and you may be able to see which team you're on, which could be helpful for you at some point. So going back up, the other screen that is going to be helpful for you is My Schedule. So if you click on My Schedule up here, this will take you to another view and it will show you requests, what's coming up, things like that. So this is also a pretty user-friendly screen and you can do some similar things from this page as well. So up here, you'll see this very first thing, block out dates. I'm going to show you how to do that quickly. If you click block out dates, it'll pull up your calendar and you can actually scroll through here and select dates that you're going to be out of town. So let's say, I haven't sent out September schedules yet. So let's say you're looking at September and you have a wedding weekend. You can see I've already asked off the 11th for the wedding. So let's say that's you and you wanted to double check. Oh, you know what? Actually, we're going to stay for a week. So I can't serve on the 18th either. So you'd want to select that and then look up and just make sure you've got the dates right. It doesn't need to repeat. It's not something that's happening regularly. And then you can type me a note to let me know, wedding, out of town. And that's really helpful for me to know why you've blocked it out and just to be able to plan accordingly. So from there, I know we've had, unfortunately, people that have gotten COVID. And so it's really helpful if that's the case, you could put in a couple of weeks and say COVID, and then I'll know to check in on you, make sure you're feeling okay. And sometimes, things change with that. You end up feeling sick longer. And so it's just super helpful to let us know what's going on with you. We can be praying for you, and make sure not to be scheduling you before you're ready to come back. So that'll save, and then that should show up in your calendar. So let's say you wanted to select September here. You'll see these little red dots on the days that you have blocked out. So you now are blocked out for the 11th and the 18th. And then over here, you'll see the 16th, you are confirmed. This is me, but if it was you. So you are set to go. So I don't see any yellow here at this moment on September. We do remember we've got our yellow here on the 21st, so we need to fix that. So we're going to go down. Sign up sheets is something that we are not using very much right now. Come Christmas time, it may be something you'll see that we do for the Christmas Eve services, is have a sign up sheet available, and that you could go in and choose services that you might be willing to serve on Christmas Eve. So you shouldn't see anything in there now, but just know that in the future, there may be an opportunity for you to utilize that. And I'll probably do a separate training on that at that time. So we'll scroll down here and we see pending. So we know that this is the one that is yellow. And so we need to respond. And so it should give you an opportunity to click accept or decline, respond. So we know that I have a blockout date because I am supposed to be at a wedding. So we are going to decline because I can't do either option. And then I'm just going to say wedding here. And submit. And so then that will go to my leader and let them know that I'm unavailable, and it will decline me. So then I will no longer have that request in my page. Now, if you have to decline a time that you would regularly serve, feel free to write in there, out of town, but available next weekend or something like that. And that might help myself or Val out to know that maybe we could pop you into a different slot, a different Sunday than you would normally serve. So feel free to use that comment page for anything that would be useful. So this really is your schedule screen. Right here, you can look at any messages you received. Here, you can email your leader. We already looked through that from the profile screen. But these are the biggest ways you can utilize Planning Center. Now, there is also a Planning Center app, and I highly recommend you download and use that as well. It's very similar to the way that this works, and it is user-friendly. And so you might want to have that on the weekend. Let's say you can't remember it's Sunday morning and you can't remember something, or you want to go in and look at the day you're scheduled to serve and see if there's anything important in it. That you might want to know before you come in. Like, you can look through the curriculum, different pieces. I'm going to see if I can show you how to do that. And that will be super helpful for you. So if you download the app, you can go in actually and sign in just the same way, same login as the website, and then it should keep you signed in. So every time you click on the app, it should take you right in, and you'll have the same tabs. You'll have a My Schedule. I don't know if you'll have some of these tabs, but you'll definitely have a My Schedule or a profile that you can click on, and it will show you the same thing.